Hi everyone, it's Hayley for Mixed Media Gluebook and Art Journaling. Today I am decorating the cover of a journal that I'm making with this cut up cracker box and some jelly prints. This is probably too many, I might cut it down. I'm going to sew signatures or use the elastic method that Jessica showed us in a live on the group last night. So what I'm doing today is just decorating the cover, and I thought I'd bring you along on the journey. Now I'm trying to rough up the cover, and I found a emery board or nail file, whatever you call it, just to rough it up a little bit. I'm sorry if this noise is horrible, especially for headphone users. But I wanted to show you that there are ways of doing it if you don't have sandpaper or gesso, because the only white that I have here is these poster paints. 6 watercolours, includes brush, washable, suitable for children, not suitable for children under 36 months. So this white isn't going to be fantastic, it just needs to be a base really. I don't know how quickly it's going to dry either, so I might have to make this video in little parts and splice it together somehow. But as you can see, it's definitely doing something. I just want to wrap it up a little more. I'm working on a tray to keep my mum's kitchen table spick and span. Do you know what I think that'll do? I'm a little worried that I'm weakening this bit. Oh, look how dirty my hands are. I won't bother washing them. I've just washed them. They are doing a bit better, by the way, guys. A lot better, actually. Less splitting, and the dryness is, you know, it's getting there. They're still quite rough, but that's what extra hand washing does to you, I guess. So let's plop some paint on here. This is testament to, oh my goodness, that is thin. I don't think this is going to work. Okay, so it like, don't follow my example, look after your brushes, because this is horrible. But also this paint stinks. It's gonna take too many coats than this amount of paint is gonna provide. So I might just splodge on something else, maybe a darker colour. I wanted to get some colour on there, cover up the stuff, you know, all the cracker bits. Yeah, it's not really doing anything, is it? Like on camera, you can't see if it's just rubbish. So, my God, those paints are stinky. I just don't see how this is going to work. That's cool. It's cool. We'll try something else. Let me see. Splidgy splodge some stuff on here. I might even use my paint towel to move it about. I don't plan many of the things that I do. So, oh, this was the culprit on the last video that got paint all over my arm and the kitchen table. Alright, we'll use this brush, it's slightly better, and we'll just see what happens. Just flipping paint all over the place. Okay, so this blue and pink makes quite a nice purple, but I don't want to mix it too much in all the areas. We will come back in with another coat. I definitely will have to make this video in sections and then splice upstairs and get my mum's hairdryer. All right. Let's coat one then, and I will be back when it's dry. So we're back, and this is dry. We are going to go in with a second coat. So if I sounded weird then, I was shaking the paint. I'm going to use a little more of the pink now. I don't know how good the mic on my camera is, but there's a fly flying around and I'm quite annoyed because I've been shooing them out all day. Please go away. All right, so I cleaned my brush, just giving it a little more of a dry on my paint towel. Okay, that's not dry enough really. I don't want it. Okay, it's better than nothing. I've got quite a haphazard approach to things, but I don't really care. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece after all. I'm going to turn it around a little bit. Okie doke. There is a brush hair or bristle on here. It's dried in with the first coat. Again, I don't care. I think dob a couple. There he is. You know, some bits can show up in the background. Like I've got a circle here, which isn't horrible. You know, that's not awful. So we'll dry it and we'll see if it needs another coat, and I'll paint my brush in between. Okay, we're back again. I didn't clean my brush. I realised I said paint my brush. Oh, and then pushed the water off the table. That would have been fun. Although it would have been an easy clean up, but not if it had gone on my mum's white chair. Right. So a little bit of blue in this corner. Okay, that's more than a little. I'm going to do big patches of blue. This seems to cover better than the pink. Pink and purple that we've got going on from mixing. I quite like that. From here, I feel like it does need a bit of white, and that maybe, just get this clean. Just keeping an eye on the time so that all my little videos I've got to splice together aren't super long. So if you've got an interesting box, you don't need to paint it. If you like the box, or the colours on the box, or the design, or the logo of something that you're using, you don't have to paint at all. Jessica's cracker box that she's using is like a I can't remember what the brand name is. It's not a branded name. It's from the dollar store, and like it's really nice colours, and then the name is so generic it's quite funny. So she's quite rightly not painted over it because she enjoys the box. I assume. I think she does. She'll let us know if that's the case. My box wasn't very interesting, so I've done this, and it's all down to individual taste. So I'm just getting this a little wet. I want to scoop out some white, maybe put it on the... There's no saving this this tray now that my mum gave me for arting on, so I'll just make this. Yeah, this is horrible stuff. Okay. I don't know how this is going to dry because it's ever so watery, but I want some spots on here. Okay, so I just got the wet paint, the white paint wet on a brush, obviously, and I hit it with another brush. Now you can tap it with your finger, you can flick like, I don't know, Jackson Pollock, but if you want to keep your surroundings clean, obviously I wouldn't suggest that. So I'm going to dry again and we'll come back, and I'm not going to get very many prints out of this anymore, so because it's starting to get horrible. So what I'm going to do is possibly either print directly onto here or print onto some paper and fussy cut and then stick some flowers on the front and the back cover. Printing with this, and then we'll call the cover done. I'm going to keep the inside plain. There will be an envelope on the inside front cover, and well, nothing on the back cover. So we will resume once this is dry. Okay, back again. Right, so it got dry, but the hairdryer stopped working, so I think it overheated. I'm going to just ignore that because it's not my hairdryer, and I don't want to panic about whether I've broken it or not just yet, so we'll panic about that afterwards. I've laid down some paint to see if it's going to be easier to splodge and splodge, and we're just going to do it. Yeah, see, I don't hate that. I want 3 on the front and 3 on the back. I mean, they don't look like proper roses like they did the last time I did this. If I lift this up and I flip it round, and I want one coming off, but I don't want to make a mess, more of a mess of the table than I already have. So there we go. I will not waste this. It will be printed onto something else. Sorry about the cough. I feel like this is pretty much done. I might add a title, maybe. This will obviously have to dry naturally, and I will, let's bend it again, decide whether I want it to be this way or this way. Oh, it's this way for sure. And I will highlight this little circle that I have here somehow, and then I can put a title for the book in there. But we're going to let that dry naturally, and I will come back with part 2, which is measuring and sewing, or using elastic to add the pages. So I will say goodbye for now and be back with part 2. Hopefully it's not too long a wait for part 2. Okay, bye guys.